We're going to start things off with a man who dropped the mic, picked it up, and dropped it a couple more times yesterday. Todd Howard from Bethesda Game Studios.
Great to
Todd?
see you.
Hey, what's going on, 6B's Vatiwah here, and I'm very excited to hear about the Elder Scrolls 6 being announced at E3. Kind of a, well, not really announced, but more like there is acknowledgement that it kind of exists. But anyways, I recently watched like the Todd Howard E3 interview, and they kind of talked about Elder Scrolls for about a few minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes in the interview, and I kind of want to share with you guys what I kind of feel about it, and kind of, you know, I want to know a little bit more about the game, and maybe make some speculations and conspiracy theories, because that's all we like to do, right? You know, that's pretty much all the videos that you kind of see on YouTube or wherever. But yeah, I don't really make videos like this, but I think I'll give it a try and see how it goes. So let's go watch, you know, a little bit of the Todd Howard interview, shall we?
I remember it was a couple years ago on this show where you sort of talked about, you know, your longer term philosophy for the studio, and that, you know, you were going to do the Elder Scrolls 6 after this other mystery game that was sort of in between. So I guess we now know what that mystery game is?
Yes, it's Starfield,
Okay.
which is incredibly exciting for us. We've been working on it for a long time.
So wait, Starfield, so Fallout 76 and then Starfield, and then after that, oh my goodness, it's gonna take like forever, guys. I would say, what, like 5-7 years before we'll even get like an actual glimpse of freaking Elder Scrolls 6. Damn, that's gonna take a long time.
You know, it's one of those things where even though we're announcing it, there'll be a time, obviously, where we really show it off and dig deep, and that'll be closer to its release.
Right, because that's the thing, is you announced them, but he said it really was just a logo resolve, and there's not a lot. You said it was, I think it was a next-generation single-player experience is what you're saying about it, right?
Yes.
Next generation single player experience. Now, from my perspective, from me kind of, maybe I'm reading too much into it or too little or whatever, but I think that means maybe next generation consoles or PCs, just because, you know, I know he didn't really say, you know, console specifically, but I think he probably wants to see what the next generation of consoles or PCs can do. You know, maybe they want to do something with much better graphics, maybe they want something better physics and whatnot. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking that maybe we're, you know, so for example, maybe for Starfield, it'll come out for PlayStation, what is it? What was this? PlayStation 5 and Xbox, oh, I don't know, Xbox 2, whatever. And then there will be Elder Scrolls 6. So again, it's gonna take a long time, guys, a long time before we see anything.
The other thing is, I think it's from the outside. It's viewed one way. We always overlapped.
Okay.
You know, Oblivion into Fallout 3, into Skyrim, into Fallout 4, and then Fallout Shelter, and doing VR versions. And so this is just, it's a larger scale of that, but it's the same, where we'll do pre-production with a smaller amount of people until the game is really there.
Right.
And then when we enter production, we move the bulk of the studio to that game, but not all of the studio. And then as it's, you know, coming in to get finishing for shipping, that's where our focus is.
So would you say, I mean, Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, are they in production now?
I would say Elder Scrolls 6 is in pre-production, and Starfield is in production. It's a game we've been making for a while.
All right, understandable. You have like 1 or 2 people doodling on napkins at a bar or something, trying to brainstorm ideas. I gotcha. You guys are focusing, you know, at the moment on Fallout 76, and then you're gonna be focusing most of your efforts on, well, Starfield. Okay, all right.
Well, okay, so you're able to play Starfield now.
Oh, yes, absolutely. That's a good way to say it. Starfield is playable.
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6, not in that way yet.
Now, when you were on the show a couple years ago, Elder Scrolls 6, you said that, I think something along the lines, someone reminded me on Twitter last night, that the technology wasn't there yet for the game you wanted to build when you said this thing was 2 years ago on the show.
Yes.
Is the technology there now?
It's getting closer.
It is getting closer, so they are definitely waiting for the next generation console. They most likely want to make the next Elder Scrolls game on a totally new engine, with new graphics, new physics, especially, you know, if it involves boob jiggle. Yes, indeed, I like indeed, and to be able to handle more, because I don't think they'll put or make Elder Scrolls on a current engine, because it's just so outdated.
Okay. What is your vision? I'm sure you don't want to say a lot about it, but I mean, what's the type of technology that you were looking to bring to life to be able to make?
I don't want to spoil anything yet. I think the teasers that we put out they're kind of A, announcing the game, and B, ones of tone.
Yep.
You know, how does the game feel? you know, hints at where it's set for both of them, both Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6.
Okay, well, Starfield, we know. Space, I guess, seems like some kind of
It is space,
something. Yeah, I mean, Elder Scrolls 6, I'm sure the fans have been tearing apart. Even the music, it feels like. I mean, there's a little bit of info there, right?
Well, you pretty much have fans picking apart the trailer just because you guys didn't really give us much information about the trailer at all. You know, there's no information pretty much. They just showed us a video, and I'm probably not going to pick apart the trailer just because, you know, I gotta admit, guys, I'm a little bit weak with the Elder Scroll lore. You know, I just like the skimpy stuff. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah, you know, oh yeah.
All right,
tell you,
have a
even for
subtitle
us-
at some point.
It will at some point.
Yes.
Even for us, though, putting that, you know, redoing that music and putting it up there, even we get we get goosebumpy.
Yes.
Like, we can't wait, you know, to have everybody be able to play this game. But that's us, too. We want to
I say that kind of creates, like, it's almost a tone, sort of rallying call for the team, I'm sure, too. Because it's like, you know,
1,000%, 1,000%.
It's like, I mean, such a beautiful image. And again, not much more than that, but you see this.
There's some things there to pick apart, but we'll let our fans do that.
I'm sure the rewinds are already happening. All right, well, that's the future. We're really excited that and even for you, you know, this is, I'm sure, you know, the next number of years of your life, thinking of like all these games and all these projects.
You know, as you get on, it's kind of, you do it for a long time and you think, what are all the games I want to make?
Yeah.
Well, let's just do it. You know, life is short. So that's kind of been my attitude lately.
Well,
Now, based on the Todd Howard interviews, it's gonna be a long time, probably 5 or 7 years before we see Elder Scrolls 6 even have a release date. So it will be probably like, what, 14 years in between Elder Scrolls 5, which is Skyrim, and Elder Scrolls 6 before we even have a release date, probably. So yeah, you know, hopefully it's not gonna end up like Half-Life 3 being like vaporware, or it's gonna be, oh yeah, it's coming anytime soon, guys. You know, hopefully it's not gonna be like a running gag for Bethesda. But yeah, we're probably gonna have to wait for Microsoft and Sony to announce these, you know, announce their next generation of consoles. And after that, Bethesda will probably create a new engine that matches the specs of the new consoles, you know, to have it make sure it's compatible, to make sure they could do what the game is gonna do. I don't think Bethesda is gonna work on a new engine or a new game until, you know, and have it be obsolete a few years later. Probably, I don't know when the hell the new consoles are coming up. Probably, I would say maybe 2-3 years. You know, they don't want to work on something and have it be obsolete and, you know, no one plays it or whatever. It looks like trash. They probably want to make a very fantastic and great looking game, especially for a treasured intellectual property like Elder Scrolls. If they made Elder Scrolls 6 on a current engine like the one for Fallout 4 and 76, it's gonna look kind of ugly and out of date, you know, especially when you see other games that are being announced at E3. I believe Fallout 76 is kind of like the last effort to make the most out of like the engine that they have right now, to make the most of it, to kind of squeeze the last amount of money they can from the engine that they probably spent a lot of money kind of developing and making, a lot of effort, a lot of resources. But yeah, what do you guys think about the interview? What kind of information or opinions that you want to share with the rest of us? You know, I'm probably kind of I wouldn't say I know a lot about Fallout 76, but if you do have some information, you know that I do read most of your guys, pretty much all your guys' replies. So if you have anything that you guys want to share, you know, make sure to leave it in the comment section below. And I just kind of make this video just to let you guys know what I think, just because I know some of you guys, well, actually some of you guys have already asked me about what I think about you know, Fallout 76 and Elder Scrolls Online. But yeah, the next video, I'll probably make a video, well, the next video is going to be about Fallout 76, and I'm probably going to make another video talk about modding in general, what the future can hold for us, you know. Well, I want to say that's probably not too fantastic looking for us, just based on more like I'm kind of a doom and gloom person. I'm a little bit more pragmatic or whatnot when it comes to modding, especially when Bethesda have tried a couple of things already to try to mod. But anyways, I'll get into that in a future episode. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Stay sexy, my friends. Stay sexy, and, you know, probably what I just said, you guys probably already know anyways. But yeah, you know, well, you know, some of you guys probably perhaps a lot of things to correct me on. Who knows? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. Well then, stay sexy, my friends. Stay sexy.